Hello YouTube. So today will be security system test 11 and system test 12. Or I said that backwards. Security system test 12, system test 11. So let's get started. You can see I'm filming with a new camera and a tripod for this test. So there are some changes to the system. So let's see what goes on today. Starting with the panel, nothing really has changed too much. Nothing really has changed much with the panel. If we look inside, nothing really has changed. We don't, for a few days I had a trouble because of the second keypad, but that was expected because of what I've done to the system. As you can see, system is not normal. You still have the two troubles, which actually I can turn the siren on for the test. Yes, the other siren is enabled, in which I will do that a bit later. I'll get the siren hooked up because I took out that switch. I had to replace the switch in my fire alarm panel. So going up, we have the DSC, I don't know what company this is. This is a generic siren. I don't know what the exact company of this particular siren is, but this is a generic siren. Pretty much all companies use this. Right there we still have the same switch and same outlet. Nothing has changed with those either. Going over, you can see, if we zoom out, that this poster has been moved down. If we go over a little bit more, the second keypad is gone. There is no trouble on the system anymore, but the second keypad that was there is still being used. If we move over to the fire alarm panel, let's look inside of there. So nothing has changed too much except the wiring. As you can see, if we zoom in, sorry for the background noise, but if we zoom in, I'm using this red cable for the alarms, and actually for that other keypad. Now this one's going to that other keypad. The alarm wires are inside of here. The one going between the panel and the alarms are white, or at least this alarm. Sorry about that. But the one going between the panel and that alarm up there is white, and then the one going to from that junction box over to the other room is red. Now if we go to the junction box, you can see another wire right there. You can see another wire. Well, that goes to a new surprise. If we move over, there's the same door magnet, or the door sensor. And if we go down, there's the other keypad. This keypad is the one that sometimes functions, sometimes doesn't. Let's see if it does now. Yep, it does. So, but yes, it does work. It does work, definitely. And we'll be operating the system majority off of this because I want to make sure that it does work. But it definitely does work. So, and I forgot to mention that this test right here will be a power outage simulation. So not only that this will be security system test, or security system test 12 and system test 11, this will also be exit sign inspection 1. I'm starting with my exit sign inspection series, and the desk I can actually show because now is a lot cleaner. That's off topic though. And you can actually see a projector behind here. That does have to do with the alarm system, because the projector here will be used for holidays. I wanted to test it out, and see how it works. But this test, it will not be operating today. Next test, I'll see if I can get it operating, or I'll see if I can actually operate it, because this test I'm going to actually kill the breaker to not only this room, but the room next to room over there on the other side of the wall. So everything will be going into power outage, which means that that projector, or these projectors right here, will not be operating. So let's go over to the other room. Alright, so now we're in the second room, and this keypad right here has not changed at all. Still functional. Definitely works. Now, I'm going to go ahead and talk about the exit sign that's up here. The exit sign right there is a generic LED exit sign. This one right here is particularly branded by Utilitech. So nothing too much has changed except for the wiring. If you can see up there, I'm using MC12.2, or it might be 14.2, I'm not sure. And then for the siren for the security system will be the Honeywell Wave 2. I don't know if this is a generic siren. Please tell me if it is. That will be sounding in this test. I'm going for the emergency light. This will be also a permanent spot. We have my dual light EV HC6i DP-WM emergency light. So really cool emergency light. I don't know. Here, let's first talk about the alarm before I talk about the. So right there, I have my Gentex Commander 3. That's set on, I believe, chime. I don't exactly know the tone. So this test, I do not know the tones, but I'll see if I can put it on the screen. Now we have a change in this room. I did not talk about the pull station in the other room. If you guys notice that the pull station is gone, it has been relocated to my room. The pull station is now in this room. I wanted the pull station here because I feel like it should be in here, because I have more high voltage in here than in the other room. Although the other room I do have high voltage, this room I still have some high voltage, like 120 volts. So, but the pull station has been relocated. And also something, I activate the panel for, so you can see the alarms activate for one room, and you can see the alarm activate in this room. So I feel like I did a good job with that. And something, you know, I'm going to go off topic. That piece of conduit there, it fit from the other room. Like the conduit that was sitting on top of the door, that has been taken off and actually put in this room, and it fit perfectly. So that has worked out for me, and it honestly looks good. Let's go ahead and kill the breaker to the electrical panel, and that will kill power to this room and the other room. So the emergency light will turn on, the exit sign will go on battery backup, and the keypads will also be killed. So lights will be turned off, everything. Let's go ahead and turn that off. Alright, so we're now in emergency mode. Security system hasn't, you know, go into trouble because it's in sleep mode. I honestly keep it like this because it's for demonstration purposes only, and I don't want it going off randomly. But you can see we have no power. And then over here to the other keypad, you can see the power light's not on, and the fire alarm system, because it's hooked up to the security system, is still running normal. Oh, by the way, the what's it called, Simply Safe down there, you can see that's also in emergency mode. That's nothing to do with the system, but because this is hooked up to my room, that's now in emergency mode. But pretty much everything, all power is killed. We can go check out the other room with the emergency light, and then we'll go ahead and start the test. You can see that the emergency light is running on battery power. The status light is not on. And then if we go up to the exit sign, that is also running on battery power. So, we'll actually go ahead and start with the pull station in this room. I feel like I start with the fire alarm system in every test, but I want to pull this pull station. Sorry about that. I want to pull this pull station just to start the test. So, without further ado, 3, 2, 1. I forgot to turn the silence button on. Let me go do that real quick. Alright, so let's try that again. So, I forgot to turn the sorry about that. I forgot to turn the switch on in the other room for the alarms to activate. I usually keep that off, but sometimes I do turn it on. I had it off, that's why it didn't activate. Alright, so let's go ahead and pull it for real this time. 3, 2, 1. Alright, so this one's on chime continuous. Let's go to the other room. Alright, so the alarms are activating. Let's go ahead and turn it off. We'll open up the panel. Let me just point it right there. So you open up the panel. Acknowledge, alarm silence. That's pretty much it. So, again, homemade panel. If you want to make something like this, I'll teach you how to do it. Put in the comments if you want me. Put in the comments if you want me to show a tutorial on how to make this panel. Alright, so the alarms are active. We can go ahead and, let me see. I think we'll go ahead and do the security system. Or we'll actually go to the keypad that I moved. So what I'll do right now, real quick, here, let me go ahead and turn on the siren. Talking about the security system, I did not make any changes. Whoops. Okay, I need to redo that because I accidentally just disconnected the battery. How many more fails could we possibly have in this system test? No idea. Let me go ahead and turn the door on. We'll put the alarm in instant mode. Well, first we can actually test the chime. Alright, it works. We can actually go ahead and put the alarm in instant. Let's go ahead and do that. 3, 2, 1. You can hear the other siren going off. I quickly silenced it. So sorry about that. Because these things are loud, but I have hearing protection on. So, either way. Let's go and see the memory. And we have one alarm present. So, we're going to go ahead and reset the fire alarm panel and do a drill. Now, we'll test the security system panic. We'll do the medical panic and the fire panic today. But we're going to reset the fire alarm panel. We got to go ahead and go in the other room and reset the pull station. Let's reset the pull station, and then, sorry for this system being jumpy. I just want to see if you guys like this new style. So, I don't know if you guys would like this type of test. But if you guys don't, then I'll go back to recording with my phone with no tripod. Okay, let's go try that again. You guys can see, I'm pointing at the two switches that we're going to reset. That's pretty much it. Just reset those two switches and the panel will go back to normal. Let's go ahead and do a fire drill. We'll back out. Now this switch is faulty. Good thing I'm doing this test. By the way, all these fails are not present, or not supposed to be present. I wanted to make sure that the system works, and pretty much some of it fails, some of it I accidentally did, like disconnecting the battery and security system, and the whole security system turned off, and forgetting to reset the pull station in the other room, and who knows what. But that switch does not work, and I need to replace it. But we can use the acknowledge switch. But the only thing is that will not turn on the panel buzzer. It will just turn on the alarms. But we can use at least the acknowledge switch to do the drill for now. Let's go into the other room. At least the alarm works. So let's go ahead and reset the panel. Alright. That's about that. So we're not going to use the other keypad today. We're just going to stay in this one room. And we're going to go ahead and test the rest of the security system. So we'll do the medical from the main keypad over here. I call this the main because this is the one on the door of the panel. Normally these are not mounted on panels, but this one had a knockout to where I could have. Let's go ahead and do it. Do the medical panic. That's all it does, pretty much. Now it's saying we can go to memory. The other keypad will not display it, but this one will for memory. That's the memory. And then we'll go ahead and test the fire panic. I'll point the keypad to that one right there. We'll hit the fire panic just to finish off the test. Let me first load up the fire alarm panel because we're done with that. Oh, I forgot to actually point out something in the fire alarm panel. I added this breaker in so I can shut the fire alarm panel off if I ever need to do service on it. Alright. I'm going to point it towards that keypad. And sorry for the focus too. Can't really see it too well, but let me see if I can. That might be a bit better. But sorry for that focus. You may not be able to see it too well. But we're going to go ahead and hit the fire panic to finish off the test. I again reset it too quickly, or so quickly, but I don't want it going off for too long. That's it. Alright, so I won't turn the breaker back on camera, but thank you for watching. Subscribe, comment, and like the video if you did like this test. I'll be sure to just keep on using tripod and a camera. It may be a different camera, like this one right here. It might be this one, but let me know what you think about the this type of test. I'll see you guys in another video.